Good evening. I just saw what hat you're wearing. I did not pay attention until now. You are a bastard for that.
I thought you were going to say something before we started, and
No, I was looking down because I was getting my notes ready. I just looked up at the screen. I saw that. I'm like, oh, just pour salt in the wound while you're at it. You already made me a bad guy for that. We'll talk about that later, I guess. Maybe on Tuesday when everybody else will be facing the ire of that. Welcome to Break Even Sports. I am your host, the producer. I'm here with Donnie. I am assuming Patrick will be joining. I am not sure. I've not heard from him. And Edge just AWOL at this point. I guess he's going to show once, Tottenham's actually, safe from relegation. So he's not here yet.
he'll pop in and be like, "Told you we were going to not be relegated." Like,
yeah. He'll pop in whenever. So this is our supplemental show to our main DHC sports show where we talk about the sports that we don't really get to talk about much. So a lot of soccer talk since that is the main thing going on right now. There are also some, UFL stuff. Or is there UFL? Because I haven't seen any. I mean, yes, UFL's happening, but there's no highlights. Like, I can't even find anything. Like, it's like they're not marketing this very well, are they?
They are not. They really are not. And I mean, the games are on, I think, Fox, I believe. I think Fox has got the rights to it. But yeah, you just don't see anything about it at all. I mean, ESPN's not going to care because they don't have it. So, which is kind of a disservice to, well, ESPN's not what they used to be anyway. So I shouldn't really say that. Back in the day, they would have had highlights because it's spring football. But now that they're so in bed with the NFL, they're like, not really much.
Like I said, I've got my problems with the league in general. Mostly just I feel like they should not be in cities that have NFL.
I agree.
Because I feel like that kind of just causes more problems in that aspect. But yeah, we do have a few things to go over there. We also I might want to talk about the European Football League, the League Europe coming up soon because their schedule just got released about what teams are playing there. And also, we never went over the new London team that debuted.
Absolutely.
So maybe have some time for that. But first, of course, we got to start with soccer. So, of course, with our soccer rundown, Donnie's team loses in the Champions League semifinal. Donnie's league team loses in the semifinal. But his European conference team did very well. So we're going to go ahead and hop into that. As also, we're going to talk about some Premier League stuff. So first, let's talk about, first the Tuesday game. Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Another snoozer of a game, if you ask me. Arsenal go up 1-0 with a Saka goal in the 45th minute, and that's pretty much it to write about that one. So, Donnie, did you watch this one at all?
I did not. It just I couldn't. I wasn't around Tuesday to be able to watch it. I was hoping I would be, but I was not in the office with Rhonda to throw it up on the TV.
It's probably a good thing you weren't able to watch that one then. But the one you were able to watch.
Wednesday.
Yes, of course, like usual. I'm sitting by just working. It's my last week. By the way, I am officially unemployed today, so you all have to be nice to me.
Okay.
So just sitting back working, just closing up a few things, and I get the text. Something's going on with Bayern. I mean, to figure out what this is. Bayern Munich and PSG draw 1-1, but on aggregate, PSG moves on to the final.
They gave up a damn goal in the first 2 minutes of the damn game.
I was really, it's like that kind of lapse is what PSG need to get on.
Yeah, and it's like it went right between his legs. Like, dude, like drop down like drop to your knees or something. They try to slide their leg out or something, and it just went right between the wickets.
Yeah, I feel like PSG really did a good job containing Kane because, I mean, he only got his goal in stoppage time. I think literally the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
Possibly. So, I was still surprised that PSG kind of had the game plan to beat Bayern that actually worked.
Yeah.
I really thought, I wanted to say Bayern was going to roll over them because, I mean, like Bayern did have 18 shots in that game, 3 more than PSG, but less shots on goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game, just like leg one. They were both these were the premier games of of this, and it was like the championship. I mean, they were both really, really good. I mean, the fact that Bayern gave up a goal in the first 2 minutes and then shut them out the rest of the way says a lot as well. They just couldn't get that extra goal or 2 uh, to overcome it. And I guess a question for you is, how does it go if they had scored 2-1 and it was even on the aggregate? How does that get broken?
So it would have gone to additional time.
Okay.
So they would have played 2 15-minute periods.
Oh, okay. So if regulation ended 2-1, then it was basically like they were going to go to overtime to settle the aggregate. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Except that there would be there's not a golden goal anymore. There used to be where that would have ended it.
Okay.
So so they would have played those 2. Then if those 2 ended, it's still in a draw, penalties.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure because I was like, well, they need one more goal just to get back to even. I was like, there's no way they're going to get 2 more goals. I mean, literally, like you said, it was the very end of I think there was maybe 15 seconds ran off, if that, after Harry Kane's goal. But even when they had a few opportunities before the 90-minute mark, I was like, okay, if they score here, they still got to score 2 more. And it's taken this long to get to 1 opportunity. So I just wasn't sure how that went.
So in the past, there was the away goal rule that if whoever scored the most goals away, if it was tied, would have moved on.
Okay.
But I thought they were still doing that, but apparently not with some of the matchups I've seen recently that went to extras when I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, that's how it worked. If Bayern would have gotten that second goal, they would have gone to additional extra time.
Okay. Well, like I said, this game and leg 1, those were really good games, despite the outcome for Bayern. And even even though I didn't see the game on Tuesday, it was pretty much apparently another snoozer anyway, as it had been the week before.
Yeah, I mean, if you're comparing the 2 games, you saw the right one.
Yeah, and I mean, I saw a couple of highlights of the highlights, lowlights, however you want to look at it, from the Atletico game. But yeah, it was just kind of like, well, let's see what Crystal Palace can do at this point.
And we'll get to Crystal Palace in a minute, but we need to go over your Europa League also, because I mean,
sure.
Funnily enough, all 3 European competitions have an English team in the final.
Right.
So I'm happy to see that's actually happened before. It probably has. Aston Villa beats Nottingham Forest in the semifinal 4-0. Considering Aston Villa's performance against Tottenham a few days before, you kind of see where all their focus was on.
Right.
And then Freiburg beats Braga in a thriller 3-1, going 4-3 on aggregate. So the Portuguese Giants go down as Freiburg, a pretty modest-sized club, I would say, and at least in spending. I mean, they're a Bundesliga club, but they're not one of the big names you always associate with. They're not your Munichs, they're not your Dortmunds.
Right.
Will be in the final against Aston Villa. I am actually looking forward to that one. Now, of course, Aston Villa has Europa League cheat code Unai Emery, the head coach, who has won 5 out of his 6 in the finals.
Right.
4 with Sevilla, 1 with Villarreal, and then the time he had Arsenal, he made it to the final but lost that game. So now it's going to be kind of a curious streak. Will he win his 6th one, or is it just the curse of English teams going to the final that he coaches where it falls?
Boom, boom, boom.
Right, so adding a little intrigue in that for that one. So that game, when is that game? The final for that is on Wednesday, May 20th. So I'm circling my calendar for that one.
Okay.
And then Conference League. So Donnie, you have something to be a little happy about. We didn't get our Donnie Derby for the final, but you got one team in the Conference League. Crystal Palace beat Shakhtar Donetsk 2-1, 5-2 on aggregate, and they'll be going up against the Spanish team Rayo Vallecano, who wins 1-0 over Strasbourg away, so 2-0 on aggregate. So Donnie, props to Crystal Palace. They still, like I said, they're safe they're now mathematically safe in Premier League. So now they can really focus on this. And honestly, I said before when we were in the quarters, I thought this was Crystal Palace's to lose. I would see them as the favorite in this. And so far, I'm still kind of holding firm on that.
Yeah, I mean, Rayo, they only scored 2 goals in the 2 legs. So I hope that's a sign. And Crystal Palace scored 5. At this point, anything can happen, but I just see that on the outside looking in as, okay, maybe we've got a little bit of a possible advantage here in our players versus their players. Because, I mean, to reach this point, you all have to be at least a certain level anyway to get here. So hopefully that bodes well for Crystal Palace that they've been scoring more and don't go on a drought. So we'll see.
So that will be played on May 27th. So, Donnie, you'll have your Memorial Day Crystal Palace bender before that.
Yep. And the thing is, Crystal Palace has really nothing specifically to play for in the Premier League. They are where they are. There's not, not that they can't. You don't want to just go lose either, but I don't think they're going to go all out at this point. They've got their makeup game with Man City, I believe, in 2 days. I think that's this week on Wednesday.
It is.
So they're squeezing that in. So they'll have two Premier League matches this week. So hopefully they just use this as, if nothing else, as quality practice time to be prepared for the Conference League final.
It's funny. We were looking at all these different we're looking at the relegation contenders and their schedules. Crystal Palace's last 3 are pretty brutal.
Yeah, they are. That's why I'm glad they're not kind of, I'm not going to say they're not completely out of the relegation, but they're far enough that it shouldn't be an issue for them.
They are mathematically safe.
Yes. So at this point, just do what you can do. Don't overspend yourself and do anything stupid to upset the Conference League cart here.
I see them playing a full team on Wednesday. But that I
think that's a pride game because it was rain. It was a weathered out or whatever.
But that Sunday game against Arsenal, nah, you're playing your reserves. You're not. You have a chance to play for a trophy. You're not playing your first team on that game.
No, and Arsenal's at the top anyway, so why worry about it? You're not going to do anything to them. You're not going to help anybody else either. Not that you would want to, but
you'd be helping Man City. Would you really want that?
Well, true. You don't want to beat Man City and then help Man City. So.
Right. So yeah, that's it for Europa League in the Conference League. So I usually like to watch these more for sure. I'll definitely be looking at Conference League because I do want to see. I want to see how Palace does on that. That's actually being played at Red Bull Arena in Leipzig, Germany. So brush up on your German, Donnie, because you've got a road trip to do.
I've got what?
Yeah. Brush up on your German because you've got a road trip to do.
My German. Okay. I missed what you said at first. Yeah. Well, and I'm sure Patrick would be loving to say this at this point, but what other game is on Wednesday, May 27th, and I'm also not going to be able to make it to. But he likes to think that I would be wealthy enough to do this. That's the Rickwood game on Wednesday, May 27th, which I'm not in. It's not a possibility. But he's like, oh, sure, you can fly your jet here, check out the noon game, and then off you go to wherever. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm officially cannot make that. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, you hadn't said anything, and I still had it on my calendar until I officially X'd it today, even though for a while I've been like, yeah, I just can't work that in that week. I've got too much else going on in the next few weeks, and it's just I wanted to go down there so bad and check that out, but not this year.
Yeah, no, I was looking at my schedule, and it's like, okay, I've got this vacation, start my new job Monday. I got my follow-up with Gastro. What day is that? The 27th. Why does that sound familiar? It's like, that's Rick Wood. So yeah, I was double booked.
Yep. Yeah, Ron and I have a few things planned. We got to go to Knoxville for the Bananas game next Thursday, a week from this Thursday after the Tampa trip. So just too much going on right now to turn around and drive. Although I'm not opposed to a day trip to Birmingham, you know that. So
Right.
but it's just I've got too much else to worry about right now than that.
Well, when they're going to Knoxville, are they playing at the Smokies ballpark or are they playing at Neyland?
They're doing both, but we're going to the Smokies game on Thursday, and then Saturday, that Saturday, the 20, let's see, the game we're going to is on the 21st, which is Thursday. So the 23rd is at Neyland Stadium. And I know some people that are going to that one. I'm like, no, not doing another football stadium.
I feel like it loses its appeal at a football game, at least for the stadium. We kind of already talked about that. When you go to the Smokies one, can you let me know what the parking situation is like there? Because I've been trying to plan a trip going up there for a while, and that's like, I don't think there's like anything close to it, so I wasn't sure how that was like.
Yeah, we'll figure that out, and I'll scope it out and kind of give you some feedback on that, because I've not been to that stadium for a Smokies game since they moved either. So I had hoped last year I was going to make it up there, but have not. So
yeah, I'm waiting for when both Chattanooga and the Smokies are at home, so I can go ahead and get Chattanooga's new ballpark too.
Yeah, that's one I want to try to squeeze in at some point myself. I was hoping to do that this year. I don't see it happening right now.
What is this?
Hi.
Oh, what is this?
This is 10-year-old Ed popping in. What's
My
up,
God.
Hey there, little guy. How you doing?
I don't know what to say to this.
A sneak attack. I thought
Hi,
Patrick
guys.
was coming in when I heard the beep.
Yeah, I thought it was Patrick too, and then I saw
I looked
that.
down,
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
oh.
what kind of bit is this?
This ain't Patrick's son.
Ed, how you doing?
Hey, guys.
So, in case you don't know, Ed, this is our Monday show that called
You
Breaking
abandoned.
Sports, where we talk about things that aren't really the main sports. So glad you can join us.
Well, I'm glad that I'm here to to have fun with you guys.
Well, you did ask Virgil about UFL, and he is our UFL expert. So that's probably why the sensors went out. He's going to come tell us all about the UFL.
I was like this. I detected disturbance in the force.
Yeah, we have some UFL questions. Basically, the lack of highlights of anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised that there's not a lot more highlights, right? Like, dude, there's been listen, the God, what's the Louisville and I can't remember the other team, DC game. You guys gotta look at the highlight where the quarterback for Louisville just got absolutely destroyed.
I saw that because
Yeah.
he was blind. It was at the blind spot act. He did not see it.
Yeah, he was a runner, so there was no blind spot. It was called back because I was watching it live because he hit him with the head of the crown of the head, and so that's they called it back, right? So I was like, man, that's a good hit though. Like, I mean, listen, that dude number 50 for DC, that dude's a brawler. That dude's about to get signed somewhere else because that dude was hitting people left and right.
Well, they just completed week 7, so there's only 3 weeks of games left. So I mean, it's moving along, which is what its purpose is. Yeah,
that's what it is.
10 weeks. So yeah.
I'm okay with that.
One thing I did see that I'm kind of hoping escapes from UFL and goes to other leagues, interviewing the ref after a call. I thought that was kind of unique and kind of interesting. I don't think the NFL would ever do that.
Well, that's a new feature for them, and I personally like it. I like the fact that the head coaches are mic'd up, DC and OC coordinators are mic'd up, the quarterbacks are mic'd up, and then you can hear that in real time right there, right? And so that's one of the cool things about the UFL. It's like they're always trying new things, and I'm a massive fan of that.
I was watching that interview with the referee online, and I will say this: the person doing the interview has got to figure out how to be a little more succinct. It's like he kept the guy was like, "Okay, I'm starting to look out here at the field." Like he just kept 2 questions to get out.
Yeah.
And he was going after question number 3, question number 4. It's like, come on,
dude, just let it breathe, let it marinate, let the marinate. Yeah.
just throw a couple questions out there. It ain't got to be, an inquiry. Just let's get a little feel for what he's thinking and seeing. So,
But other than that, obviously the best team in the league, and I believe I want to say is DC right now is the best team in the league.
well, there's 3 tied at the top. St. Louis, Orlando, and DC are all 5-2. They have St. Louis listed first.
Well, that's because DC lost this week, and that's why they dropped.
Yeah,
but they were 5-1. So I like Orlando, but I really like St. Louis. They've quietly, just like taking care of business. Now Birmingham, that team is absolutely dog shit trash.
I'm afraid it's by design.
Yeah,
they changed everything with that organization after they've done so well, and then all of a sudden they flipped it on its head.
The head coach, he sucks at his job. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Failed politician, failed head coach. So there's that.
Can you be a failed politician if you never actually made it that far?
Well, that's the whole thing. Failed. And so,
it's not a good sign when you come off of you end your lieutenant governor run just to coach a football team, and then you do that. I mean, you're not really instilling confidence in your abilities.
And your abilities at all, right? And so, but yeah, you know who the quarterback is, the starting quarterback for Birmingham, right?
Oh, it's Corral, isn't it?
No, Corral got traded.
Oh, he got. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. It's DTR.
DTR.
Yeah.
DTR was talking so much shit against Orlando because they beat Orlando. I was like, you should have kept me. And like, they're not ready.
If that drives them to be better, then all mean.
Yeah. Hey, listen, he played his ass off against Orlando, and so they beat him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is Orlando is high in the rankings. Birmingham is not. So overall, I'll say this: the league has been successful. You know what I mean? They've been successful. Oklahoma City is coming in as an expansion team next year, I think it is. So that's another team right there. They need another one in order to bring in this. But yeah, UFL. I'm a fan.
I was telling Donnie, my only problem with the UFL, and this is really for any league that exists,
sure,
that's not the NFL. Stop putting teams in NFL markets.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't think that's where. Because
that's not your thing. It's not your thing. It's not your thing.
I look at the St. Louis numbers, like in the attendance and all that. They're like the highest attendance, and it's like, well, yeah, because they used to have something there, now they don't. I think Oklahoma City, that's going to be a great place for one. I mean, I know Oklahoma City's probably more college, but I mean, like, college is not going to be playing one there.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's a good addition, especially when you start adding things. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Well, I hate that they changed the Renegades back to Dallas from Arlington, for one thing. Not that it's that much of a difference in the cities, but at least it felt like they weren't in Dallas.
The Renegades is such a good. I'm glad they got rid of that garbage logo they had, and they went back to their normal logo.
Yeah.
That was a great logo. The Showboats had a good one, but it was Memphis, and I don't know. I don't understand why they're trying to push Birmingham when no one shows up to these games. Like, if you look at those, which I don't understand, like,
Birmingham has been that market that, I mean, back to the original USFL.
Yeah,
they've always tried to make something happen in Birmingham, and I don't understand why it does. I mean, I do and I don't. I understand that there's just not been the market in the last 20, 30 years there. It feels like the market should be better there now, but I'm not sure if it is.
Yeah,
I will sum it up like this, because I've always been kind of interested as Birmingham as a sports city. When all of your, it's kind of like an Atlanta problem, but it's a little different with how it works. When all of your money is in the suburbs,
yeah,
and those people think they're too good for Birmingham.
Yep,
you know who you are. You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what affects a market like that.
Yeah,
Birmingham, I think, can be a thriving market, but there are people who are still stuck in the past.
Yeah,
and
that's what we expected.
And it's sad because Birmingham is such an awesome city. The times I've been there, it's a beautiful the revitalization they've done down there. I've always had a place in my heart for Birmingham because my stepdad grew up there.
Mhm.
And I didn't go there a lot, when I was younger. I visited grandma a couple times, but since I've gotten older in the last few years, going down there, it's like, man, I really like Birmingham. It's a really cool place. So I hope it finds a way to succeed.
I do think that they need to go into secondary markets, not your like main NFL markets. Stay away from those markets. Like,
See, like St. Louis, I mean, not St. Louis, sorry. Salt Lake City is trying hard to get a baseball team. Start with the UFL team. I don't think you're ready for Major League Baseball yet.
I don't
you're
think
doing
so
okay
either.
with NBA, and that's just because it's been there forever.
Yeah. hmm
If you want to expand in Salt Lake, maybe they should put a team there, because it could be like the Denver Broncos of the UFL. It's like you got Denver Broncos and then you got Salt Lake City in the UFL, kind of have that mountain team. Maybe something like that. We don't need another team scraping snow off the field for baseball this time of year.
Oh, I 100% agree. Like, yeah. So you have those markets, right? So,
Right.
Columbus, Ohio works,
Yeah.
right? It's in Ohio, right? You got Ohio State there. You got the Cleveland Browns up north. You got the Cincinnati Bengals right down there. So that one makes sense.
Yeah.
Louisville, hey, it makes sense for Louisville to be there, right? Orlando makes sense because there's no NFL market there, so that makes sense. St. Louis, they used to have a team. They've always been hungry for a football team, and now they have it, and that team sells. It sells.
Yeah.
Now, I will also say this: stay away from NFL stadiums.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go to soccer stadiums. Wherever you have a soccer stadium, that's where you need to be. That's your market right there. That's
Yeah.
you're not the NFL and you're not like a minor league system. You're somewhere in between, and that's where you want to be in as spring football, right? You want to be in partner with the NFL. That's what you need to be. So go get yourself a market where there is already a soccer stadium, right? And that's where you're going to be profiting.
Would
Absolutely.
Raleigh work?
Raleigh would work.
I think that would be very cool.
I think Raleigh would work.
Yeah, it's not going to compete with the Panthers because it's in the spring, like you said. It's not
Yep.
it's not the football town of the Carolinas. That would absolutely be a good
because you
market.
have Virginia. You're
Yeah.
like you're north of Virginia, so you have Virginia there. So you have, and then Raleigh's right in the middle of everything. So yeah, I think Raleigh would work. I didn't say it. I just want to be the first one to say I'm not the one who said it. It was you who said it, producer, not me.
Well, I just think it would. I'm trying to think of big cities that necessarily don't have or not really close to NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, Raleigh and Charlotte's enough of a distance to where I don't think they would be, cannibalizing each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be a good one. I've always been intrigued as to like, there's like, and Donnie, you see if you agree with me, but there's this black hole over South Carolina where no professional team wants to go there for some reason.
It's called the University of South Carolina. They do not want anything in Columbia that has nothing to do with the Gamecocks. They ran off the minor league hockey team years ago when they built a brand new arena, because the hockey team here, again, it was ECHL, and it was like early 2000s ECHL, not even like it is now. They were playing at the old Carolina Coliseum. The rink was not even regulation. It was smaller than normal regulation to begin with because of the building. When they built the Colonial Life Arena, it was like, okay, great. Now we can have a full-size hockey rink. We can be a legit ECL team. And the university's like, yeah, we're not going to put ice in this one. We don't want that. Y'all go somewhere else. They just basically run them off. They didn't want the Panthers to play down here for their first inaugural season. I mean, it would have made sense because Columbia and Charlotte are so close.
They're so close to each other.
I mean, Panthers played their first season in Clemson, a town of like a few thousand people in the middle of the mountains, which is hard as hell to get in and out of.
Well, I mean, when you have such a winning tradition like the Gamecocks and anything, I mean, I guess you can throw your weight around.
I mean, they don't want anything here. They didn't want the. I mean, I think they had a lot to do with the Capital City Bombers leaving. Because I think a lot of people with the I think a lot of people with the university are also a lot of people with a lot of the politicians. A lot of the boosters and the higher ups and all that. They're all associated with the politicians and the congressmen and stuff like that. And they're like, they only want it to be Gamecocks around here. So
it's a shame.
It is.
To me, that's how you turn I've been to Columbia before. I like Columbia.
It's okay.
That's just almost economic malpractice.
It is, because most people outside of this state, and I'm sorry to cut you off again, but most people outside this state, Greenville is the boom city of South Carolina. I mean, Greenville has a better downtown. It's been more progressive with its downtown and things like that, because Columbia just is
it's on the short list of places to move.
So I'll give you a list of the expansion cities that they're looking at right now. And this includes some teams that we already have an identity and already have an expansion team there. Okay, and so we have Austin, Salt Lake City, Omaha, Albuquerque. Ooh, Albuquerque is an interesting one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Albuquerque and Omaha.
Yeah. They have New York City. I don't think New York City should be anywhere near that.
Nope.
San Diego, that could be a possibility because they used to have an NFL team.
I'm
with you. I get it. I'm with you.
Not yet. I think you have to keep expanding it from the inside out. I don't think you need West Coast at all right now.
I don't agree with that. I actually think San Diego would be a perfect spot for one, because look at St. Louis.
Man, listen, you and me right here tonight. You and me, Virgil. That was exactly what I was going to say. So you have San Diego right now, Oklahoma City would join us, the 9th team, playing in the new, smaller, intimate downtown stadium. All right, so it's a new one. And so that's going to be interesting, right? West Coast, San Diego, San Jose are frequently mentioned due to their robust stadium options. Snapdragon Stadium, PayPal Park. Midwest, we already have those two markets already in lockdown, so it's Columbus and Louisville. Relocation candidates, existing teams with low attendance might move with the cities like Portland. And of course, here we go again with this effing city, Nashville.
I don't know why people like Portland, Oregon. I don't. I mean, the cities are just a disaster zone anyway. Like, why
what name they need to bring back? There? I'm going to say it right now. They need to bring back the Hot Shots. Remember that one? It was like the Arizona Hot Shots.
I was going to say part 2 was pretty good, but
yeah, no, that was good too. But the Arizona Hot Shots, remember that one?
Yeah.
From the AAF.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of I love that logo.
You got me back on San Diego. I think now that you say that and I think about it, San Diego and San Jose absolutely would make good possibilities. What about Oakland? What if Oakland came back and was like, because they're trying to get the soccer thing going there again.
Well, no, wait, hold on, time out. We can't say soccer because it's the same owner as the Athletics.
I understand that, but they're trying to do some things there, and I think if you had somebody outside of that guy bringing something football related back,
I say
possibly.
You got the Oakland Coliseum already there. The Oakland Ballers are not too far from there, right? Because they're not playing at the Oakland Coliseum. So open up the Oakland Coliseum or destroy it and then go to a soccer one. Just get rid of that Coliseum. It's already too many bad memories. Get rid of it already.
I would find a way to buy out him buy the soccer team from him, build a soccer/UFL stadium, and have the soccer and UFL team in Oakland. I think that would be awesome.
I would try to do either Oakland or San Diego first. No, don't do both.
Yeah.
You got to see if one works before you do the other.
I would say start with San Diego. I say start with San Diego first and then see how it works. I agree with you, Virgil. Oakland is as big a mess as Portland. I say Portland. I think Portland is a lot more prepared to host a team because they already have a soccer specific stadium that they can go ahead and get in there.
Yeah.
Right. So they already have that soccer stadium, right? The Portland Timbers, which by the way, they're very profitable. They're very, they're a popular team and they're in Portland. So they could move in and share with that one. And remember, the MLS is moving into the new schedule. So they will not be going against each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So they'll be able to host year round and make money there. So I think it's Portland makes really good sense for a UFL expansion team there.
Yeah.
Also, remember, going back to your point, Raleigh, remember they're building that first division for the soccer. They're building a brand new stadium here for soccer. Right. So if the UFL was like, hey, why don't we partner up? We'll put a UFL team here. You put your soccer team here. We all live together, happy family. I'm just saying, it's a possibility, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely agree with that.
I'm trying to see what other teams they're trying to mention. I don't want the video. I want the okay. All right, this is from 2 weeks ago. I'm looking at See, there's a lot of teams already. There's a lot of there's some teams names that we just do not need again. Like the Vipers. Get rid of the Vipers. The Vipers.
Whoa. No. I am not taking this Tennessee Valley Viper slander over here.
No, not the Tennessee. I'm talking about the Vegas Vipers logo.
I'll give you that, but be careful when you say Vipers.
And remember, it was actually it was the Tampa Vipers.
Mm-hmm.
The Brahmas was one of them. Albuquerque, the Conquerors from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Remember those? Holy Jesus. That's God. The Birmingham Iron, was it the Birmingham Iron? But there was also the Buffalo Iron. God, there's so many teams. Don't bring the Generals. Let's just let it die. Let's just let it die.
Yeah, there's some names just like move on.
Birmingham needs to take the name from the old Arena League team, just call them the Steel Dogs.
Ooh,
that would be good.
That's definitely a good one. I like that a lot. That's a good one. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think the UFL is in a good position right now. You know, popularity wise is growing. I would have never thought that I would say this, but this whole partnership between Fox and ESPN, ABC is working.
Okay.
Because you have multiple channels in which you're showing the games, right? And you're giving them different advantages and all that. Seeing the one of the cool things that they're doing is seeing how when they review penalties and seeing them, doing it live right there and talking it through with the referee is pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish ESPN had more, and I don't watch ESPN a lot unless I'm actually watching a specific game. Mm-hmm. But like when you go to ESPN drop-down menu, if you're going to be partnering to show these games, then make it one of the selections. You got soccer. I mean, they've got NCAA football, and it's not football season, and it's the top one. It's above NFL mm-hmm. in the menu. MLB, NHL, NBA, WNBA, WWE. Boxing, college sports, like you can't put UFL in there so people can just like scroll over, click on UFL and goes to some highlights and stuff. Like, come on, mm-hmm. What are we doing here?
Listen, if the Seattle Sea Dragons are coming back, don't give me that clip art logo. I'll be pissed as shit.
No, Phil, it needs to be the Albuquerque Blue Ice. Not the
why is it? I did, Phil, for the first time, it wasn't me that said anything about Raleigh. I did not mention it. I was just answering a question.
So I guess he wants to have Chapel Hill to have the football team. That is what I'm hearing.
Ain't shit at
Actually,
Chapel Hill.
I got a good one. Why don't you revive a better version of the Seattle Dragons logo? Put them in Durham, and they can be the Durham Dragons.
No, there's not.
Oh,
No,
I thought you were gonna go for that.
no, no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Okay.
The only dragon logo that's acceptable was the Portland Forest Dragons.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that's old school Arena League. Let me see if I can find a version of it.
Yeah. So there's a. I mean, listen.
What do you think about the Barnstormers did really good in Iowa? What if you had an Iowa team?
But the Barnstormers already still are going
They're
on.
still
And-
doing. They're still.
Yeah, they're still in the. They're in the IFL, I believe that's what they
Yeah,
are.
that's true. That's true.
So they're still got that, and they still got that sweet logo that
They do.
on the helmet.
Yep, I forgot they were still doing that. Okay.
Yep, they still got it. So
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to support both and wouldn't want it.
that's the
have both.
problem. It's that middle area of the country that's just like there's not a lot of population for you to put something there, right? And I don't blame people, like, owners be like, no, I'm not going over there, dude. I got nothing here.
Yeah.
I want to make money, son.
Yeah.
Right. Oh wow.
Okay.
Can we update that?
Well, I mean, yeah, this is like from like the early '90s. So I mean, like you have to take this with a grain of salt here, but there is a semblance of a logo compared to the other one.
Yeah, the new one was absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
When they could have just kept the old one they had in Seattle, because that was such a cool logo.
Yeah.
That's the problem that last year when they were playing in the UFL, they had the Renegades got that R. It was garbage. Then you had the Houston Roughnecks with the H. Then you had the Seattle Sea Dragons with that ugly ass.
I liked the Roughnecks Derek, the oil Derek that had the H to it. I kind of liked that.
You just liked it because it had different colors on the helmet.
Well, no, I just like the logo itself by itself.
The Kansas
it was
long
close.
ass drive.
That's true.
By the way, boys, I gave in. I bought the MLB Cleveland Guardians package.
Sounds like you really didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch some baseball, and then I didn't want to watch the same fucking teams all the time. Yankees.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't a huge fan of the Astros City Connect, but watching them up here on the screen, that Stros uniform looks pretty damn sweet.
What the fuck ever?
It does.
Astros can suck it.
They can, but then they are.
They are bad. They are pretty
They are
bad.
very bad. And Seattle's up 3-0 right now. But that's actually not a bad damn uniform when I see it on the field like that.
No, I'm with you. I got you.
Taking a look at it real quick.
It's on FS1. Minnesota Wild is up 1-0 right now on Colorado as well in the second.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yep. Got split screen on those.
It's on ESPN?
Yep.
Well, before Ed joined on, we were talking about Champions League and the European competitions. But now let's hop on to the actual Premier League action.
The baseball game's on FS1, by the way. I've got it on YouTube TV.
Oh, I got you.
Go ahead, Virgil.
I've got wrestling on Netflix, so I'll probably switch to that afterwards.
I just want to make sure I didn't mistakenly tell Ed that both of these were on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. I'm more interested in the hockey game than anything else, so we're good. I appreciate you though.
Yeah, so this was an interesting weekend for Premier League with two games being affected by VAR. One that determins the champion, the top of the league, and one that may determine the bottom of the league. So let's go over the games real quick. And I wish Patrick was here for this one because Liverpool and Chelsea tied 1-1. I'm sure he'd have some opinions on that one.
I'm sure he doesn't. No, he does not have any opinion whatsoever.
Brighton beat Wolves 3-0, and my prediction of Wolves not being at the bottom of the table looks like it's not going to happen because
I just looked at the table. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so they still have two games past Burnley, but I don't think that's going to happen now. Fulham and Bournemouth. Bournemouth win 1-0. To give you an idea how I was feeling during this game, I was excited when Ryan Christie got his red card in the 41st minute, and then completely perplexed that Joachim Andersen decided to have a worst red card with I think a 3-game suspension still in the first half. So basically all for nothing.
Wow. So one on each team got red cards.
Yep.
Yikes.
Both were VAR yellow cards that got upgraded after they reviewed. And the Bournemouth one was probably a little questionable. Like, yeah, it's a red card, but context and all that. The Fulham one was a straight red card. Like, oh my God, why?
I got you.
That's why I'm screaming in the TV at the time. Sunderland and Man U finished 0-0. Manchester City beats Brentford 3-0. Manchester City, while they did lose points against Everton, are still in the hunt for the title, but they gotta hope Arsenal drop some points.
Yeah, it's a 5-point difference right now.
With 2 games left, and Arsenal's 2 games are pretty much teams that. One team that's already relegated, and then the other team is Crystal Palace reserves, pretty much.
Yikes.
So it seems like Arsenal may have it in the bag, but, things happen.
Like you and I talked earlier, Crystal Palace may not really be playing for much there, so they may not even play their full squad.
So yeah, that's the game before European Cup. No, yeah. They're not playing a full squad for that.
Right.
No.
That's considering they're safe. No, Sunday, Burnley and Aston Villa tied 2-2. Crystal Palace and Everton tied 2-2. Nottingham Forest and Newcastle tied 1-1. So with that result, Nottingham Forest is now officially safe. So they cannot be relegated.
Who cannot be relegated?
Nottingham Forest.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
That's okay. West Ham and Arsenal. So this is one of the first games to talk about. So Arsenal, West Ham plays a very defensive game. Arsenal breaks through in the 83rd minute with a Trossard goal, and you're thinking that's going to be pretty much it. West Ham score a goal in stoppage time at the 5th minute by Callum Wilson, but after review, it gets nullified because of a foul on the goalie.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
This is kind of one of these things where, and I said, I have to give props to Premier League on how they do their VAR, because they will show what they're seeing. So like they'll show everything stopping. Yes, with scrums like that, especially off of a corner kick, you are going to expect, chicanery. You're going to expect, jabs and stuff like that. You can't grab the guy. You cannot grab the goalie around the arm after he has touched the ball, which can't make him grab it. Yeah. You can't. So to me, that's kind of I hated it, because I know I'm kind of the whole let them play kind of rule, especially at that stage of the game, but that was too egregious not to call. So because of that, Arsenal gets 3 points. West Ham loses that game, and that leaves to today's game, where Tottenham had a really good opportunity to put some distance into the relegation battle of West Ham, going up possibly 4 points against them. And really, it looked like they were going to do it, because I thought they really had a good shot until the 70th minute.
They gave up the goal.
A kick to the head in the penalty box causes a penalty, and an inverted kick, but one of those things that you have to know where the players are around you when you do something like that.
You can't be doing kick like that high and not expect to just.
Yeah, he tried to do an overhead clearance, did not realize player wasn't behind him, kicks him in the head. The only reason why he wasn't red carded for that was because it was clearly inadvertent, but still, you can't do that.
Nope.
So Calvert-Lewin gets the goal for Leeds, goes 1-1. So now let's talk about the table itself. So at the top, Arsenal is 5 points away against Man City with 2 games left. Now Man City do have a game in hand. That's against Crystal Palace, which is happening Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So if Crystal Palace really wants to be kind of cool, they could really screw over Man City in this and try to get a point. Because if Man City drops a point there, that puts them pretty much close, not close to out of it, but pretty much out of it.
You think they would do that?
Do I think Crystal Palace would try to screw with Man City?
Yes.
I mean, like Herman Edwards has always said, you play to win the game.
Are you winning the battle or you winning the war?
That's true. Well, I mean, like I said, they have nothing to play for in the Premier League. They're safe.
I mean, they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere, and they're still over a week away from their other game. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. And I'm very intrigued to what's going to happen with Man City once the season's over. Don't they have like some like looming?
They've been looming for like a decade, honestly, because it seems like all these other teams get hit with financial fair play regulations, and somehow they haven't yet. I guess because the case is so big that it just takes a long time. But we're all waiting to see what happens. No one knows.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I remember when I first started going, and you know, full transparency, right? Full disclosure, I used to root for Man City when I first started. Because like that, you know how I started rooting for them? The Amazon special. You know what I'm saying? That they came out and they did all the throughout the season and all that. Dude, I got hooked on that shit. Amazon needs to bring that back. That was so good, right? Where they follow the team throughout the whole year. Dude, they need to bring that back in the worst way. And so I remember that one. I remember Leeds. Leeds was good. Tottenham was good, but you know who was the head coach during that time? Who was the manager? It was pendejo este, Mourinho.
Okay. I forgot who you were talking about for a minute. So yeah, but I mean that makes sense. Like I never think about how that would help people like their followers of Man City just do Amazon, but that makes sense.
Dude, it did me, you know. But then I was like, man, I really like Tottenham's their kits. I like their logo. I was a fan of that, the whole thing. And then, you know, I wasn't really a fan of Man City. I didn't buy any gear or anything like that. Then I'm like, you know what? I should have stayed with Man City long, you know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm a Hotspurs fan, but you know.
You can switch now.
No, I ain't switching bullshit.
Well, I mean, you could make them your Premier League team next year.
You son of a bitch.
See, I didn't say that. That's me.
You son of a bitch. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me ask you this, Virgil. You are well versed in what is Premier League, and I'm sorry I'm taking over. I apologize.
No, good. Let's work for me.
Would it be? And I've been debating with this question. I've been bringing this question, and I'm still trying to think about it whether or not or good. Would it be a good thing for Tottenham to be relegated?
Well, financially, no, because I mean,
you lose a fuck ton of money.
I mean, you have parachute payments, yes, but I mean, like that's still. I'm curious what that's going to do with the fan base because I'm not.
So you're saying they have a very,
I think
fickle fan base.
Well, I don't know if fickle's the right word because I mean, like with bigger clubs like this, you have like a more international base.
True.
So these are people that only watch Premier League, most likely. They probably are not aware of the pyramid in general for England.
Okay.
So if Tottenham goes down, they don't see them in Premier League. Like, do you think they follow them? Like that's kind of where I go with that. Now, when it comes to club culture and having to rebuild, yes, I think that actually may be the best thing for them.
See, that's where I was looking. I was looking at it that way. I'm looking at it in a way in which I think it makes sense for them to be relegated just so they can be like, we got to clean house. We gotta bring a new culture here. We got to start new. Obviously, they're not going to bring some players from what I've been seeing lately on the news. Some players are not coming back. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with them just say, hey, let's start fresh. Let's see what we got and then move from there.
Yeah. So ultimately, I think it would be beneficial for them to fix some of those problems, especially that would implement cleaning house. But a financial hit like that, I mean, that's some teams that's usually hard to come back from.
Yeah.
Now, do I think they're going to be like a double relegated team? No, I don't think that's going to happen. But
No, I don't think they're going to be a double relegated team. I think they will be like they'll stay there, they'll get their shit together, and then go back up, maybe a year or two. But like, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
I think. Listen, will I still follow them? Yeah, I'm one of those fans that I'm still going to follow them, even if they fall to the second division, whatever. You know what I mean? The
Right.
championship. So, I just think that their level of arrogance, right? That they're just like, yeah, we're perfectly fine being a team here, and then we're not gonna win, we're not gonna lose, we're just gonna be right in the middle, and we're just gonna coast it because we know that our fan base are gonna be there, and we know we're still gonna make money. Boom.
Right.
You
So,
know what that team reminds me of? Dallas Cowboys. They never win shit.
Yeah.
I mean, which is funny because that is kind of an apt compare. Have we ever done NFL teams? We've done baseball teams. Have we done NFL teams for Premier League?
We haven't.
Let me see if there's a thing that exists like that.
But it makes sense, though, don't it? I'm sure we have another team that can say, that's the Tottenham Hotspurs. But man, I mean, dude, get it together. Virgil's frozen again because he's going off.
I know it's that freaking tab thing. I know. I'm on the wrong one. There's not really. I'm trying to find a good one. There's so many dodgy ones.
Oh man, this Colorado Minnesota is tied 1-1, bro.
I just looked up and saw that Colorado had tied it. I missed that goal earlier.
Yeah, so did I talking. Who is it that the Carolina's waiting for right now? Is Buffalo?
Yeah, Buffalo and
Canadians.
Yeah.
That's who we get right now. We still because the wife was like, "Who will we play next?" I'm like, "It's either," and I can't remember. I was like, "It's Buffalo, Canadians."
Yeah.
How about the Ducks right now, bro?
Yeah,
going 2-2 against Vegas.
That's pretty impressive.
And if Minnesota pulls this off, that's another 2-2 series.
Yeah, I mean all these series can go a little while, and Hurricanes just kind of like, we're just chilling out.
Yeah, Jeff Rosen, Lonnie.
See, there's some pretty good comparisons with this list, but some of these I don't agree with.
All right, read them through.
Okay, so this is a article written in 2024. What NFL team should you support based on your Premier League team?
Okay.
So some of these have multiple teams, so we're gonna go over some of this. Arsenal, team that is, of course, they're on their way winning a championship now, but their last championships were about 2 decades ago, so they were definitely a power during that time. They really had their struggles recently. So, what team do you think?
Patriots.
Good guess, but no.
49ers.
Very good.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There were 2 teams picked. It's either the San Francisco 49ers or the Baltimore Ravens, which I think both of those do kind of fit.
Although it pisses me off, the Ravens got a sweet fucking helmet logo. Shit.
Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa's kind of there's 2 parts to this. One is due to their relationship with their owner at the time, and the other one is kind of more fitting. Does anyone want to guess the 2 teams for Aston Villa?
I don't remember who the owner was, so I couldn't tell you.
Randy Lerner, which we never really talked about before. Let's say not the
Lerner family.
Yeah.
So the Cleveland?
That is the one.
Yep.
But the second one,
Detroit.
Do you have the list up, Donnie?
I do not. No, I haven't. All I've got is the Premier League table.
It does make sense, though.
Yeah,
Cleveland, Detroit, that makes sense. I like, but Randy Lerner sold the Cleveland Browns and sold Aston Villa, huh?
Right. But since they were owned by the same person, it kind of
made sense.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Donnie, chill the fuck out, bro.
Those are straight guesses. Just
so next team is Bournemouth.
Is it just one team?
2 teams.
One NFC, one AFC?
Yep.
The Packers?
It's not the Packers. I would probably think a little smaller than this.
That's what I was thinking market-wise.
For the description for one of these teams, they aren't the best team, but you always find yourself not wanting to play them at their home.
Pittsburgh?
Not Pittsburgh. That's a good guess, though. The one for Pittsburgh, I think, is an absolute, like, perfect match.
Okay. All right. Oh, God. All right. So Jacksonville.
Good guess, but no. Donnie, do you have a guess?
I was going to say Jacksonville if he didn't. So, Denver?
It's not Denver. The answer is Tennessee Titans
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
or the Washington Commanders.
Okay. All right. All right.
Commanders
I
get
was kind of
compared,
thinking Washington, but I wasn't sure. So.
Commanders get compared because they still win games even with their ownership being completely
Dog
batshit.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next
POS
one.
this.
Next one here. This is a take the last few seasons away from this NFL team for this to work. Like the last 2, I will say.
Okay.
Brentford.
Seattle?
Not Seattle.
So no, they have to. The last 2 seasons have to be bad seasons
Yes.
if you want
Oh.
to take them off. So
Got you.
okay, it can't be Denver because Denver just had recent success. Can't be Seattle.
Well, that would be more like the Patriots then, right?
No.
No, but see, the Patriots went to the playoffs last year.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
Atlanta.
Good guess, but no.
I'm just becoming the bridesmaid here. Jesus.
Donnie, do you have a guess?
Mm. Mm. Eagles?
New York Jets.
Jets. Ooh, okay.
Small
Just
passionate
a few
fan base.
seasons, bro. You got to take the last 15, 20 seasons. Ah,
No,
damn.
let's be realistic here. Not that many, but a smaller, passionate yet smaller fan base has a never say die attitude, even if their results do not pan out. Brighton and Hove Albion.
Who?
Brighton.
Hove Albion. Or Albion. I don't know. Maybe that's more like the Packers.
No, this one kind of fits in my opinion. One of the 2 fits. The other one, I guess they can both fit.
Giants.
Not the Giants.
Chargers?
Chargers, very
Minnesota.
good.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Los Angeles Chargers, and the other one is the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, okay.
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 This one I think should be pretty easy. Chelsea.
Middle of the road.
No, I wouldn't think
I'm just
middle of the road.
talking with. I wish he was here.
Oh,
so I
you're-
could-
okay.
The Cowboys.
No,
Maybe this one's the Patriots.
not the
The Bi-
Patriots.
the
but it's
Bills.
someone who has had success recently.
The
Okay.
Bills.
Not the Bills. They have been to a Super Bowl in the past few years.
Eagles.
Nope.
Tampa.
Chiefs.
Nope. They share the same color with Chelsea.
Oh, wow. The Rams?
The Rams. All right. Now we finally get to one of our teams. Crystal Palace.
Oh shit! Balls of fire.
So, Donnie, I am going to read the statement from Crystal Palace. The forgotten team for many years in the big city with promising potential. So, who in the NFL does that sound like?
I mean, that's got to be the Giants, right?
It's not the Giants. See, okay, I will make a caveat on this. It does say forgotten team and city, but do not think it as city. Think of it as state.
Oh, okay.
The Panthers.
Not the Panthers.
The Cardinals.
No.
Thank God.
I think Donnie's got it. I think he's on the tip of his tongue.
I got two teams that I'm thinking of.
I'm trying to think of states that have two teams because you're saying the forgotten one. Dolphins?
You know, I didn't even think about the Dolphins, but no, the answer is the Houston Texans.
Oh,
Yeah.
But overshadowed by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
good.
Everton. Everton's a historic English football team in a major town with a traditional fan base. So which two teams
Pittsburgh.
could this fit? Not Pittsburgh.
Indianapolis.
Not Indianapolis. Both these teams were in the playoffs last year.
Philadelphia?
Not Philadelphia.
New England.
Not New England. God damn it. Okay. I'm going to give you guys two guesses each. Chicago Bears or Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Broncos.
Now, this one should be the easiest of the bunch if you know your owners.
Hmm.
Fulham.
I don't
know my owners.
Well, they are owned by Shahid Khan,
Oh,
Oh,
Jaguars.
who owns the Jaguars. All right. So next one, this team was in this. It was in Premier League when this was written. So they're not in there anymore, but they actually are going back up this year. Ipswich Town. So here's the blurb on Ipswich Town. I'm old enough to remember Ipswich's wild ups and downs the last time they were in the Premier League. That plus the real highs and lows of their relegation promotions has a similar feel of the highs and lows of this certain era with this team and their struggles since.
Raiders?
Not the Raiders.
Maybe the Dolphins then.
Not the Dolphins. The person in question was Cam Newton. The team in question is the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good one.
We're going to skip this one because I don't agree with that one. Liverpool. There's two teams for Liverpool. So we're now thinking about bigger
markets.
Bigger markets.
Well, we haven't mentioned Buffalo. We haven't mentioned Kansas City. We haven't mentioned the Giants or the Eagles.
Liverpool's probably like the Giants.
Ed, do you have a guess?
The Rams?
No. The correct answer, the two answers, New England Patriots are the Green Bay Packers, which I think is the shoe-in fit for that.
Okay.
I wanted to say New England.
You know, I should have thought about that because Liverpool is kind of like to London, like Green Bay is to Chicago or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Manchester City. There's only one team for this one.
Cowboys.
Not the Cowboys. Think about a team that has been recently dominant in
Chiefs.
Football. Chiefs, correct.
Okay.
Okay. But speaking of Dallas Cowboys, since this kind of led into it, Manchester United. We don't have to go. They also say Miami Dolphins, but I think
no, they're Cowboys.
Definitely.
It's a shoe-in.
Okay. Newcastle United has 3 teams.
What the fuck?
Listed. So I will say that this is more based off one of the Newcastle United is basically known for their wild fan base. So think about teams that have certain kind of wild fan bases.
Buffalo.
Buffalo is one, correct.
Raiders.
Raiders is not one.
Wow.
The other two are Seattle for the 12th man,
Yep.
Okay.
The 12th man.
the Vikings.
Yep.
Ooh,
So-
okay. I hadn't even thought about the Vikings yet on any of these. So
Okay. Nottingham Forest. This is the one that I think is absolutely perfect for them.
All right. Read the
Let's find a franchise with a working class city with past glory looking to find itself again.
oh fucking
Pittsburgh.
hell.
What was that?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, correct.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got 3 more to do. Tottenham Hotspur. There are 3 teams listed for them. Let me see if I can give you some tidbits on this. One team is on here because they have a reputation of building teams on a limited budget, but are still competitive. One
Colts.
reason,
The Colts.
not the Colts. One reason is they are built up through the urban metropolis of the nation's capital, which is not where this team is, but it is a bustling metropolis.
Okay.
And then the third one is because they have moved to a new stadium. So 3 teams, 3 different reasons.
Well, Baltimore Ravens, one of them.
Baltimore Ravens is not one of them.
I was just hoping Ed could have to be a Tottenham and a Baltimore Raven fan. Anyway,
Well, one of the teams is a division rival.
Cincinnati.
Bengals.
Cincinnati.
I can deal with that.
The other 2 teams, the New York Giants
Yeah.
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
All right. This next one I think is another shoe-in. West Ham United.
It's just one team.
One team. Big city, working class fan base that's very passionate, haphazard success, but mainly consistently average or above.
That is not Cleveland.
That is not Cleveland.
They're below average Cleveland. Falcons?
Nope.
Is this one the Colts?
This is not the Colts. This is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles. Okay. I started to say the Eagles, but I was like, I don't know. That doesn't. Okay.
And then the very last one, Wolverhampton Wanderers.
That's got to be Atlanta.
That is Atlanta. with a second team.
Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Good job. Good job, guys. Okay. So
We
That's
finished
good.
strong. Yeah, we finished strong.
Yeah,
Very
we
strong.
did. What was that? What was Cleveland again?
oh, I just closed it. Shoot.
My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Cleveland was one of the first ones. Asked
Yeah.
was it Villa or Bournemouth?
It wasn't Villa.
No, I wasn't Villa. I know that.
Oh, it was no, it was Aston Villa
Okay. Yeah.
because of the owner.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I do want to talk about championship for a minute. I did prepare something that because I thought Patrick was going to be here for this. So, of course, we have the playoffs going on. I said I was going to get a picture of it for him.
Mm-hmm.
We have the playoffs going on, and we can all take a collective sigh today because Millwall is out of the running for Premier League.
Oh,
So thanks to Hull City, which if you were here last week, I predicted
was
this
not.
was going to happen. I said Hull City does not lose Premier League playoffs, and lo and behold, they beat Millwall 2-0. Thank you for that.
everybody is just.
And of course, the other playoff going on, Middlesbrough and Southampton, 0-0. Apparently, there he is. There he is.
Of course, he's not here. He's talking, and I'm here.
See,
Right.
I'm glad he's here. So I can put this back up now. So
and I'm here.
I'm so
and he's
glad
not
you're here.
here.
But no, so yeah, the other one, Southampton and Middlesbrough. Apparently, Southampton got into some trouble. I don't know if you guys read about this. They have been charged for illegal spying on Middlesbrough. Which,
Okay, what, they think they're the Patriots now?
I think they're the Patriots now, which kind of surprises me considering that they're in the team in the better form.
Well, so was New England for a long time, but they were still spying on people.
I mean, that's true. So that we'll keep an eye on that. I don't think anything will probably happen to that, but Middlesbrough is seeking sanctions over spying. So we'll see what.
I mean, wouldn't you? Like, if you're the opposing team, you know what I mean? Wouldn't you just be like, oh, we want the gut, like we want them to get them with everything they got? I mean, I know I would. So, I mean, I would be like, hey, yeah, no, I want everything. Every single sanction you got available, give it to them.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just me being petty, right? You know? But that'll be awesome to see.
So, yeah. So, Hull will be going to Wembley, and tomorrow we will see who goes to Wembley between those two. So, money's still on Southampton, but, you know, after today, anything's possible.
Who's already the locked on championship?
It is Coventry who won the championship, and Ipswich.
So we got one more team.
Yep, Ipswich Town clinched on the last day.
Gotcha. Okay. Oof, baby.
All right. So wanted to get that out of the way for championship. So glad we talked about that. So now we're going to stay in Europe.
Okay.
We're going to talk about, but we're not talking about, we're not going to talk about football. We're going to talk about football.
Ooh.
So the League Europe, the AFLE starts up soon. And one of the things that we did not mention is that London has finally unveiled their new team, the Warriors. Let me see if I can find a good picture of that logo. Apparently, London Warriors brings up a lot more than I needed. So,
is this the ELF?
Let's see. Try to find something that doesn't suck. Nope, that sucks.
What's the team called?
The London Warriors.
Well, they're not in the ELF. I know that.
I think this is the
We're talking about the AFLE.
AFLE,
Gotcha.
yeah.
The one that had the Rhine Fire and the Berlin Thunder.
Yep.
And they have the Panthers row claw that look like the Carolina Panthers. The London Warriors is the new one, yes.
Can I want to pull up these logos for a minute. I'm about to do a poll out of this because this has been bothering me for a while. Okay. So we have our logos here. You guys can see them?
Yes.
Yep.
So we got Berlin Thunder, Rhine Fire, Vienna Vikings,
Yep.
the Alpine Rams.
Or is it Alpine? I think it's Alpine.
It depends who you. I've heard it both ways. I haven't heard it both ways. I probably said it wrong. Paris Lights, the Panthers War Call, which I like this logo. Don't care what people say.
I like it.
Well, I like it. I do like it too. I mean, it's very Panther-esque, Carolina Panther-esque, but I still like it.
Ed, do you want to take a shot at this?
Frenzy. Red Lions.
Red Lions, and then the London Warriors. This Red Lions logo, I'm going to test your AF2 knowledge on this, Ed. Do you remember the Florida Firecats?
Yes.
That is what this logo reminds me.
Yeah.
Because of the color scheme.
Yep.
And Donnie, just for the sake of you, I'm going to pull up what that logo looks like.
This London Warriors logo, I don't like.
It's very generic.
It's very Charlotte Knights looking, isn't it?
Yes.
Just very Charlotte.
It's so bad. Oh my god!
But they have the old Charlotte Knights color, the black.
But the Firecats was actually that logo. I actually dig it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And this is the arena too. This was the minor leagues of the arena, the first arena league.
Right. Sadly, it wasn't a farm system, but still, it was kind of
Yeah,
This is what I grew up on.
So did I.
Well, that's the weekday logo, and then the one that you see now in the AFLE, that's the weekend logo. Get the hair right, poofed out, ready to party.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This London Warriors team, its logo is absolute dog shit.
I get that. But games start May 23rd. So I think possibly the next show, maybe we should all run a wheel and see which teams we land on.
I agree. I like it. I'm in for that.
I'm up for anything. Like my first pick would be like, well, I'll just pick the one that's kind of like the Carolina Panthers, but I don't necessarily need to. I'd like a wheel to pick.
Yeah, we will have a wheel pick, which means Donnie will probably get the best team.
More likely. The Rainfire has always been one of those teams. It's just like, man, they're always around. You know what I'm saying?
So that's all I've got pretty much. I know we talked about hockey for a little bit, basketball. I know Wemby did get ejected from
Okay, hold on. Okay, the dude was getting abused before that, though. Like
right.
he got frustrated and threw them elbows, which you shouldn't have done. But like they were not calling a lot of those fouls on him. And I was watching the highlights. I'm like, bro, this dude was getting used and abused.
Yeah, but I mean, like you still have to call that.
Oh God, yeah, no, you have to.
You can't just ignore it.
And plus, because he's so tall, like that elbow was just straight up to the face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think San Antonio's still going to win the series. They're the better team, but man, dude, you just can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a nice hat you got, Donnie. I forgot to tell you that.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's I'm still concerned that Spurs are probably going to beat Thunder. Honestly, as the Spurs have had their number regular season, I just do not have a good feeling about that if those two teams play against each other.
And Oklahoma is your team, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my team is kind of like.
I mean, you've got a hard battle against the Pistons right now.
Oh.
And after what New York did, I was thinking the Pistons. I think it's going to be a Pistons Thunder final. After what New York did against Philly, against 76ers, I don't know anymore.
I just looked at our score. I'm okay with the score right now.
80. I got 80-68 is what I'm seeing right this second.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm just not saying too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that?
Well, I mean, that'll even the series if they can win this one. So
right.
Yeah.
So how about for the last 5 minutes, since I found this page, let's go over a bunch of old AF2 logos.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Here we go.
By the way, Patrick, no, just no. I never liked that. Never cared for it. Never supported it.
Man, look at those things. All the Austin Wranglers. That's such a good logo.
See, I don't remember. The Wranglers were only there for a year.
Yeah.
Amarillo Dusters is one that I remember a lot.
Oh, that's a good one. I like the Firebirds, but the new Firebirds logo they have is absolute dog shit, and it pisses me off so much.
I didn't realize they changed it.
Yeah. Look it up. It's
Arkansas Twisters was an iconic logo.
Yeah.
In AF2.
Mm-hmm. Look at that thing. Wait, is this sportslogos.net?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
I mean, I gotta make sure.
Do you know that sportslogos.net has a mobile version now?
Oh, really?
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I found this out. You know how I found this out? It has multiple of this stuff. Like, oh, there's ads, too many ads. But yeah, I heard it on the podcast. Their podcast is really good. Man, look at that Sharks one like there, man. The War Dogs, the Swarm.
Oh, I like that War Dogs. That's pretty cool.
Yes, and we're getting the teams I forgot even exist. There are teams that have been around for 1 year.
Charleston Jungle Foxes. See, even Charleston had a team.
Yeah.
I remember the Blizzard. That Blizzard came back.
That Blizzard's back, yes.
Yeah, that one is back. The Barnstormers is back.
See, I do not remember the Fort Wayne Fusion.
I don't remember the Fort Wayne Fusion.
Man, you talked to Old Fort about that.
The Hawaiian Islanders, look at that. That was cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's a great logo. Of course, there's the Barnstormers.
Yep. Jesus.
There's one logo that I hope is on here because it is so bad, it's good.
The Mahoney Valley Thunder. I remember that team.
Yeah, I do too.
That's
Never seen
Youngstown
that.
right there.
I remember seeing Louisville. Louisville Fire, Kentucky Horsemen.
Mhm.
That's when Jared Lorenzen was the quarterback for them. So I remember that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Look at that. The New Haven Ninjas.
Oklahoma City Yard Dogs.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. This is absolutely, I cannot get over this logo. This is from the Mobile Wizards.
It's so bad. It's so good.
No, right? Yes, like you can't look away from it.
It's so bad. It's so good.
That's like a Saturday morning cartoon, something, like a
Oh
Hanna
my
Barbera.
God. That is like that's Aldi version cereal right there.
It was 2002. It was a different time.
Oh my God, these logos are so bad.
But see, you have this one that came out the same year as this Pensacola Barracudas one,
Correct.
which is now not loading for me because, of course, not.
Because of this too many the
Too many-
Shock. I remember the Shock.
Spokane Shock. So yeah, Spokane Shock. When I think it may have been the last year of AF2. We went to the AF2 or the Arena Cup
Yeah.
in Vegas, and it was the Spokane Shock against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Pioneers.
Oh,
And man,
wow.
Spokane had a huge those dudes love their arena football team. I think they're still around. I hope they are because that's a fan base that I was always impressed in.
Man.
You got the Quad City Steamwheelers, who are a bunch of cowards, and I hate them.
Yep. I remember the Steamwheelers.
Richmond Speed is no longer there, of course. The Rio Grande Valley Dorados.
How good is that game? That name.
I'll pull up that logo too.
How good is that?
I was always interested in this team just based on their logo, but they never played in Huntsville.
That's such a good one.
Got Roanoke Steam. Let me go back to this Barracudas logo because, like I said, you had the Mobile Wizards logo with the way it looked, and then you have something like this in the same
Which
year.
is always so. Yeah, I know. So good. I still got my Arena Football Xbox 360 video game.
I've got mine somewhere. Because, of course,
See, I can't say anything. The Tennessee Valley Vipers. Oh my God, that is just
love it. Don't miss the hiss.
that's a name. The Tulsa Talons, I remember that one.
Yeah, Tulsa, that's another one. Wichita Stealth. I remember seeing them a few times.
I remember that one too.
I'm sure Profit had season tickets. And then the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pioneers, which is this is the logo. This is the logo. No,
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Do they have the arena? Not Arena 2, but just Arena 1?
Oh, they probably do.
The arena, the indoor football, the because man. There it is. There's my Cleveland Gladiators.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay
Let's see
Storm. Dude, I was such a fan. See, look at that Philadelphia Soul one.
Yeah,
I
that was
like
a
that.
cool logo there.
That was when it
Tim-
was owned by John Bon Jovi.
Yep.
See, there it is, like the Rattlers. Oh my God.
There's
The
your
Buffalo
Viper.
Destroyers. The Buffalo Destroyers became the Columbus Destroyers. Then it became the Cleveland Gladiators. They moved up. The Chicago Rush.
Yeah, so the Vipers here, this is when the AF1 got resurrected. So the Tennessee Valley Vipers became the Alabama Vipers, and then they moved to Georgia like the year later.
Yeah, yeah. The Piranhas. Oh my God! Look at the crush, the Colorado Crush. See, the Columbus Destroyers. There it is.
The Charlotte Rage. Dang, I don't even remember that.
It was 92, 96.
The Desperados. I remember the Desperados. I even remember the Cleveland Thunderbolts.
See, a lot of these teams I have no memory of.
Oh, the Rampage, Grand Rapids Rampage. There it is.
I remember that team.
The Jacksonville Sharks.
Georgia Force.
I remember the Georgia.
I remember the Georgia Force.
The Command, the Kansas City Brigade. Then they changed it to the Command, which is an absolute dog shit of a name.
That's a terrible change.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Avengers. That was a good one.
LA Kiss.
Yeah. Oh my God, they had a Miami Hooters team.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Memphis Pharaohs, which makes sense because you know where they played their games, right?
In
the Pyramid.
Oh, that's good. That's good. The Cats, the Nashville Cats, the new Cats, it's dog shit.
So Nashville Cats is actually the very first arena football game I saw on TV on TNN.
Really?
Yeah, it was Nashville Cats against the Portland Forest Dragons.
Mine was the Chicago Rush. Oh, the New Orleans Voodoo. Look at that New Orleans Voodoo logo.
Yeah, the Voodoo. I feel like I've seen that in something else before, but I don't know what. Like
that's an
iconic logo. Better than this New Orleans Knight they tried before.
It was not good. I remember that one. The Orlando Predators was one of my favorite Arena League teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Power, I remember them. The SaberCats. San Jose SaberCats.
Oh, I forgot about that one, yeah.
Yeah. Those were a mainstay right there because they were from what, the 90s to the 2015. So they were around for a long time. Man, I remember a lot of these teams. Utah Blaze. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, Toronto. I'm going to pull up the Texas Terror for a minute. I did not know about this one.
Hot dog.
This is interesting. All right. On that note, nice to go down memory lane for a little bit. On that note, we will call it a night. So thank you for joining us tonight. Tomorrow we should hopefully we'll have everybody on it. We'll go over our Tuesday DHC Sports Show before some of us leave on a trip. So probably talk about that. So we got a lot of stuff to go over for sure on that. I don't know if there's any new identities out there, but I think that I do want to talk about this NCAA baseball rule change that they're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm seeing it all over social media, so I definitely want to make sure that we talk about that.
Yeah,
right. So we'll talk about that, but until then, we will be back here next Monday, hopefully. So thank you for joining us, and everyone have a good night. We will catch you later.
Deuces. Bye.